Welcome to the Spirit Podcast, and this show is brought to you by Ivy League Brand.
Yeah, that's right, guys. We have an official sponsor. Go check them out at ivyleaguebrand.com, ivyleaguebrand.com. Use promo code Spirit Podcast to get yourself 16% off your purchase.
And the link will be in the description to go to that website, and thank you very much. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Spirit Podcast, or the CoranaCast Part 2. We are balls deep into the coronavirus, Chinese virus.
Whoa, that's kind of racist, bro.
It's 100% true, 100% accurate. We only give you the facts here on the Spirit Podcast.
Yo, dude, I hope you know that I'm 0.5% Chinese, so I take offense to that.
Are you really?
Well, you shouldn't.
I am, actually.
Well, you shouldn't. So, the voice you're hearing is my sister, who is also quarantined. We are in big time quarantine in Chicago. We just got orders that we all need to stay home. Only essential personnel can work. So, this is where we're at.
Back to my normal routine.
Basically, yes. Yeah.
Back to my normal routine.
I said yesterday that I am not doing anything that I wouldn't be doing already, but the fact that I can't do anything is what's pissing me off. So.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, it gives me an excuse to say no to my friends to hang out. So.
Which is the best part about the whole thing.
I'm really not doing anything different, to be honest.
I know.
I haven't really taken... I mean, I wash my hands more, if that counts.
Oh, thank God.
But besides that, like, my gym hasn't closed yet, so...
Wow, what's the name of your gym? Let's give them a shout out for not being pussies.
Iron Fanatics Gym. Check them out. They're in Mundelein.
Iron Fanatics.
They're right by Gilmore Roadhouse. Check them out.
That's awesome shit. Okay, because LA Fitness just emailed all of its members saying that if we don't open a club within the next month or two, we will refund you your enrollment. So, pretty nice.
Aren't a lot of gyms doing that, though?
All of them.
Yeah, I could see that. Do you think we're really going to get a random check for like $1,000 from the government?
Yes.
Yeah. I think so.
I honestly wouldn't use it for anything important.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would probably get a computer or something, or a nice telescope to look at planets with it.
I think it's going to be based on where you're at economically. Like if you live alone and shit, I think that's when they're going to give out the checks.
Oh, okay. So I'd owe them money?
Yes.
That makes sense.
I tell you what, though, I got my bonus this morning from work because, like, we've been waiting on it for, like, from the 2019 season, and I woke up to a delicious notification on my phone, so it was great.
I'm honestly surprised they gave you a bonus during this time.
Well, the bonus is from last year's numbers, so.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's not like I'm taking.
Did you just get your tax refund back, too?
No, not yet.
Okay,
I'm getting.
You must be just like feeling like Conor McGregor right
I took a bath in dollars today.
I'm a little upset.
Well, because you can't eat there. That's true too.
Uber Eats is a thing. Shout out.
Huff's new job.
My job, dude.
I might Uber Eats Popeyes
man.
tomorrow. It could really happen.
So, Maria, since you're kind of in the health and wellness business side of things from where you work at,
An expert.
Yeah.
and obviously you have some minds that are way beyond Damo's and I's working there. What are they really saying about how long this outbreak can last, or if it's like, is it stopping soon, or like, what do they think about the whole thing?
Well, it's a virus that we've never seen before, so no one really knows for sure. We have things that help with the influenza, like taking elderberry can shorten the duration of like your influenza and the severity of it. But with the coronavirus, we have no clue what really helps with it. So we're all kind of in the dark, even with people who have experience in this field. Like, there's no way of knowing. I don't know.
That just makes me feel warm and fuzzy.
Who's ready for a hot cup of coffee, huh?
That will just make you want to snuggle up and, just watch a movie.
Yeah, so I mean, people are buying like a crap ton of vitamin C off our shelves. That was the one thing that was out.
Hey,
And then
that is tremendous, because I went to Meyer, Jewel, and Mariano's, and there was no toilet paper, no chicken, but a bunch of vitamin C and D.
everybody who's smart about their health who goes and shops in my store is actually looking for vitamins. No one who shops at Walmart is going to look for vitamin C.
I know. That's what I told a lady in the aisle. I'm like, these people are stupid.
Yeah.
What's sad about that is I was at the vitamin shop yesterday, and I didn't even look to buy any vitamins or anything. I just bought pre-workout.
Hey, Hoffman, you could still buy it where I work. We're doing curbside.
Wow.
But your pre-workout doesn't have any like caffeine though. You know, I'm staying. I gotta get my fix in.
You still using that old?
Bouncing off the walls, or it doesn't work.
Yes.
You still using that old pre-workout?
My eyes
Huff?
rolling back. I need to get a little cray-cray.
With the stuff you used to use, right?
Hey, let's not go into that.
Okay.
That's a discussion for another time. Listen to episode 70. What episode is this, by the way, Donald?
72. This would be 72 when it goes up.
72.
Well, episode 2 of the
Man.
CoranaCast, but episode 72 of the Spirit Podcast. So
Oh, so we're making this a series.
I think we should.
However long we're quarantined for.
Yeah. What a great
I mean, it's a
posterity.
nice theme.
I think so. I think it's probably the best work we'd ever do. Which isn't saying much, but... Yeah, we were talking about it on the last episode, which was like 3 days ago, that no matter what Hoff and I were talking about, it would just always come back to the fact that we're under lockdown. So, I don't know. Well, there was that video of like 70 Jeeps or Army vehicles heading from Cary to the city, and someone's like, that's just a regular delivery. And I was like, never seen it before.
It's just a regular Tuesday. No,
it's not,
That was
Johnny.
actually scary. That was the horrifying thing I've ever seen.
As hell, that was scary. Oh my god. I'm like, well, there it goes. Because I've been keeping an optimistic tone about the whole lockdown situation. I'm like, no, it's not gonna happen. And then I saw that, and I'm like, oh shit. Here it goes.
Wow. The
I don't
government
know.
really needs to put my mom in charge because she's scary about the whole quarantine thing. So.
Well, doesn't it mean if you're quarantined, doesn't it mean that means you've been exposed to someone with the actual coronavirus?
Typically, yeah.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean we're on quarantine that we know of.
Lockdown.
Right now,
Lockdown
we're
to
just
prevent.
on lockdown to prevent quarantine.
Healthy
before the
people are
actual
on
virus.
lockdown.
But I hear people saying like day 3 of quarantine or day, and like, yo, you haven't even been exposed by the virus, so why are you saying quarantine? It just doesn't make any sense.
Nothing about this makes sense. Why is toilet paper off the shelves? Why can't you buy tissues? Why?
It's a hype word.
It's a hype word. It is. It's a great tagline. I've been tagging every post I make about it with it. So we'll
I
get
don't know.
through it, man.
I was pretty close from kind of going on like an Instagram rant today. Not really a rant, but just kind of making like a simple message. I was kind of in one of those state of minds. Everybody's like, man, you got to get the vibes going or whatever. But I was just kind of, I was going to make a post like, instead of having the same exact coronavirus talk every single day with your friends, why don't these 2.5 weeks of lockdown, you separate yourself from a lot of people and actually like start journaling, you know, start praying more, start meditating more, start doing like everything that you've kind of put off in the past like year or so, and like actually focus on that for these 2.5 weeks, you know?
Yeah.
Because like I said, like especially with this podcast, you can see, or any conversation that you have with anybody right now, it's leads to coronavirus. It's 100% what it leads to. You know, which I get it, right? Because we're all like scared shitless about this whole thing. But for the time being, you know, instead of freaking out about it, like, you're safe. You're in your house, you know, and if you do the right things and follow it, I feel like you should be able to at least work on some parts of yourself without freaking out.
Yeah, I don't. I think people are taking it as an opportunity just to like hang out and shit. But it's like, I saw I think your boss, my old boss, was like, take the opportunity to appreciate your family, appreciate the things that you have, take time to,
Yeah.
you know, clean that thing you've been looking to clean, or empty out that thing you've been looking to empty out, while you just sit in your house this whole time and appreciate what we have and what other places don't. And it's true. Like I've been married 3 weeks, and now my wife and I are thrown into quarantine. It's like, it's been stressful for both of us because she works out in the hospital world, and she comes home almost every day in a bad mood just because of how stressful and dangerous it is. Right? Well, not dangerous, but how like infectious it is right now. So you're right. It's a time where people should be like taking a step back, taking a breather, enjoying what they have, and remembering that it's all very fluid right now. There's there's a lot of unknowns, even though it's okay, but it's a lot of unknown.
Yeah.
Is she still dealing with patients in person, or are they going video now?
I told her she needs a little robot where she can control it with a remote control, but I guess the hospital doesn't have that kind of money.
Like the Walmart shelfers?
Yes. But I guess that's not possible. So her interaction with patients can literally be done over the phone, or basically walking in to the door frame of a patient's room and talking to them. She doesn't need to like sit by their bed and like check monitors or anything like that. So she's pretty isolated. They had a patient like literally get transported through her halls, and they like closed the door, and she like didn't go by anywhere the person was, so she wasn't like in direct exposure, but still there's people in her hospital that have tested positive for it. So, and that's
crazy.
And that's the thing is like, while I'm not directly exposed, I'm exposed through her. So
right.
I'm at a risk to go to work because I told my boss, I was like, look, I mean, I'm not exposed, but my wife is, and she comes home every day, so I'm exposed to what she was exposed to, so I don't really know what you want me to do. And he's like, stay the fuck home. So, so it's just,
laugh at that,
no, it's honestly pretty hysterical because she goes to work still, and I just sit around the house having pacing conversations with myself. So
Donna called me 4 times in one day. I was like, you're really lonely, aren't you?
She only answered twice. So, yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's how I was worried about my mom with the same thing, but she's pretty, her company just switched to all video calls.
Nice.
So all she's doing is just sitting by a computer and like talking to people. But when I brought her dinner today, she was showing me like the list of like what their patients are talking about, and legit probably 50 or like not 50, but like let's say 16 out of like 20 were all patients thinking they had the virus.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, and
yeah,
that's the problem is that like what my wife is saying is that they freaking the census is low at the hospital. So that means there's not a lot of people there. And she's like, finally, people are understanding they don't need to come into the hospital for every little thing. And we're basically only treating people who have like immediate issues and corona patients. That's it. So like, where it was like everybody who and their brother stubs their toe comes into the hospital, people are finally listening to what the president's been saying, what the governor's been saying. Like, hey, you do not have to go to the hospital for every little thing. And it's finally gotten to a point where the hospital is kicking people out, basically, like getting rid of them as fast as they can so they can potentially make room for an influx. So, which is scary.
What do you guys think are some good things that people can do during these 2 weeks? Because I know, Maria, I know you've been making like woodwork and you've been painting and all that kind of fun stuff. And I know that was originally like a hobby of yours. But as of now, is it like you're more motivated to do that, or you're just kind of bored, that's why you're doing it?
I'm more motivated to do it. I've been looking at a lot of things around my house that I've been meaning to do but never do, just because I'm working like 9:30 to 4 every day, and then I come home and I'm really tired. So I'm trying to do more things, more hobbies, like art projects and all that kind of stuff, but also I need to clean everything. So even though I have all the time in the world, I'm still putting off cleaning to do art hobbies. So it's not really working out.
That's
we got
good.
2 weeks, so sooner or later the art hobbies will be like, and then you'll get back.
Exactly.
I just want to go to a bar and grab a beer.
Me too.
I never did that
I've been
before.
drinking way too many White Claws, man.
I've been
Dude.
trying to convince my father to do drinking games with me, and he won't do it.
What What kind of nonsense is that?
It's the best thing ever.
I have to-
He's like, I was trying to describe to him boob cup, and he was like, "What the hell is wrong?"
What
with
is-
you?"
I would pay to see your dad play Boom Cup. That would be amazing.
Oh, boom. I was like, what's boob cup? I couldn't imagine why he'd play.
Why would you want to play a game when you could just sit down and drink a beer?
Literally what I say whenever someone's like, let's play beer pong. I'm like, I got a game. Let's play drinking. And then they just look at me like, oh, no.
Let's play some 12-ounce curls. How about that?
Let's play sobriety. Oh, nope. Yeah.
Dominic, what have you been doing in the quarantine besides calling me 4 times a day?
Well, I've been walking around the house with my gun a lot. Working on my quick draw, so that's good.
What's your time?
From assessing the threat to pulling out the gun, about 3 seconds.
Oh, okay.
We're getting there. Because you have to lift up the shirt. Not a lot of people think that. You have to lift up the shirt to get to the gun, so it adds time. And then just play, I've been working. If anyone from my office listens to this, I've been working. So I've been doing that and, just trying to not cry. So. Because, you go outside and you go outside like a raccoon that's out in the daylight. You're like, oh, man, people can see me and there's other people out here. And then people look at you like, why are you out here? And God forbid the sun, if you're one of those sun sneezers, you sneeze. And then everyone just really gets antsy. I went
to the gas station today, and people were having friendly conversation. I was like, "Why are you guys talking?"
6 feet, 6 feet,
That's
6 feet.
hilarious.
I don't want anybody talking to me at all.
I was
But
walking.
I was those people though, because I went to the gas station today, and it was right when I heard there was gonna be a 2-week lockdown, and I was talking to the people at the register, and I was like, "Well, this is the last human connection I'll be in 2 weeks, so I'm just trying to make a conversation with you right now." And they're like, "Oh, okay, how's your day going?"
Pay and leave.
Yeah, he didn't really like that, but okay.
I was walking into a Caputo's, and I get out of my car and the sun gets in my eyes, and I'm a sun sneezer, so I sneeze, and I sneeze into my jacket and look around and go, "It's just a sneeze!" And this lady goes, "It's okay, we're all gonna die somehow." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" I was like, whoa, where are we going? So it was dark. People are getting dark quick. I don't know.
That went from 0 to 60.
Oh yeah, I was like, "Geez, lady, no one's doing nothing." But
It's a bright sunny day to death.
yeah, I was like, "It's just the sun," and then she's like, "It's okay, we're all gonna die somehow." Whoa. Yeah.
That's how I felt while this was all going down and I was at work, because I had a head cold before this whole thing broke down. So every time I had to blow my nose, I would run to the back because I didn't want anybody to see me and put me on fire because I thought I had coronavirus.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a quick way to start a street fight. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But let's talk about what's going on. Since there's no sports, which is painful. But Dana White, in his infinite wisdom and knowledge, they are putting 11 hours of UFC fights on ESPN tomorrow, starting at 11. Hoff.
Bro, I was straight up. That's the next thing I was gonna bring up, because I was looking at my Twitter about something positive, not about the coronavirus, to talk about, and that's what came up.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Is Nate Diaz and McGregor 3 on that list? Or are they
3,
just
you mean
doing
2?
straight up?
I think it's McGregor 1. McGregor Diaz 1. And then we have what's it called? John Jones versus Gustafsson.
Have you looked up? Look at you. Are you looking up?
I know.
Are you looking up my profile?
No, I'm
You
not
guys
looking.
have
Did you tweet
this
it?
podcast. It's
We
amazing.
really wish we had a technician on this podcast. You have no idea how much. Why is Emma on Demand fucking what popped up? I looked up UFC.
Maria, this isn't actually a podcast. This is just an interview. We're actually interviewing you for the spot right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
am I
because-
the third host? Is that what is going on?
Yeah, with the amount that Hoff goes to the gym, he is gonna die through this. So we're looking for a co-host.
Well, the amount that I don't go to the gym, I'm gonna die. So this doesn't really help you out that much.
See, that's what I'm saying. People are gonna die either way, so you might as well die huge.
Die huge.
Like, bro, leg day's tomorrow. Better be there, dude.
I can't. My gym's closed, and I'm definitely not fucking making the trip out there.
I went on a walk yesterday, and it was the most amazing thing ever. I was like, "Oh, fresh air! I love this."
I know I went on a walk today too, and it was amazing. Yeah, here we go. ESPN to air 11 straight hours of UFC content, the best UFC fights in history, including McGregor, Diaz, John Jones, they misspelled Jorge Masvidal, and more. So, dude, this is gonna be fucking great. Tony the Tiger.
That's not how you spell. Oh, you spell it Jorge.
Yeah, you spell it like
Jorge
this.
with a
You spell
J.
it
Jorge.
Jorge. He called Kevin Lee a bitch ass. Ooh, a hoe bitch ass. That makes no sense. I love people who don't speak English.
Jorge Masvidal got a massive bruise from hitting Ben Askren's forehead. I wonder if that happened.
Well, I don't think so.
Like,
I think.
Like, did he have any knee pain the next day from just literally ruining a man's career and health?
I guarantee you he is 100% fine. Here we go. Here's the lineup. Are you ready for the lineup?
Yes.
At 12, you have Lawler versus McDonald 2, the brutal breakdown. You remember that one?
Yep.
The bloodiest fight in the UFC where Lawler got a new lip. Then you got Shogun versus Henderson 2. You got Diaz, McGregor 1 and 2. And then at 3, you got Johnson versus Cejudo. McGregor Diaz 1 again. Oh, this just the fight.
Saga.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Wait, that makes... Okay. I'm confused by what they're doing here.
They're doing McGregor Diaz 1 and 2 at 12, and then again at 4 and
Oh,
4:30.
they're just doing the great... Okay, and then they're just doing... Okay. Prelims and main card. What? Prelims
That's
and main card for
a
what?
lot of fighting to deal with for
This
11
doesn't-
hours straight.
This isn't... This
Yeah,
doesn't
you're really
exist,
gonna see how messed up Conor McGregor's head is gonna be after all that.
Yeah.
though. Yeah, this doesn't exist, though. The prelims and main card does not exist, so...
Well, they're on aren't they on 240 something now? Like, I feel
No,
like
they're canceled
244 already happened.
This is going to be a dumb question, but they're reruns, right?
Yes.
No, they're
Okay.
all live. Damn it, Dom. They rented a space in Mexico, and they're calling it Satan's Backyard, and that's where they're having the fights.
Oh,
Dom, did you look up street beefs on YouTube?
No, I didn't look up street beefs on YouTube.
Bro, you gotta look up street beefs on YouTube. You'll
What
go
is
in a wormhole of just watching random guys fight in the backyard. It's insane.
Hoffman, what do you look up on your spare time?
What do I look up on my spare time? I'm
Yeah,
a weirdo. I have
No shit.
I have Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook on my Safari. I don't allow myself to download the actual app. I don't know why.
But you, like, you posted.
Yeah, I know. And it actually makes it harder for me to use the apps. So it's like, it makes me not want to be on there longer. So that's partly a part of it. On Instagram, with the app on not even the app, just a website on Safari, I can't post more than one picture at a time.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I don't know. So, but basically, I honestly just watch a bunch of YouTube, to be honest. I've actually gotten to the point where, like, you guys ever look at your YouTube news feed almost like it's like an Instagram news feed or like a Twitter news feed where you're just, like, looking the videos as almost if they're posts?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
But recently, right before this, I was watching Eminem had a podcast with Mike Tyson, so I was watching
Lord.
that. But then it's a lot of podcasts. It's also a lot of Impractical Jokers.
Oh,
Shout out
I
to
love
those
them.
guys. Those guys are hilarious. Spirit Podcast too. If you guys haven't heard them, they're pretty good.
I
so-
wonder.
I haven't been. I've just been watching the regular YouTubes that I watch to get through this, and then I started watching Paradise PD on Netflix. So
What's Paradise PD?
it is a more fucked up Family Guy.
Okay.
It's beautiful. Sometimes I watch it and see something that they did, and it makes me uncomfortable. But it's great stuff. I encourage everyone to watch it.
Dad watches too much Robot Chicken, and I don't understand
So much Robot
why he watches.
Oh, that show is so creepy.
It's
so
cringy.
weird and makes no sense, and then it flashes to something else before you can even get the joke like previously. I don't even understand.
I just think he likes the
Robot
rapidness.
Chicken, I used to watch like because it'd always be on like what was that Cartoon Network at night? Is that what it used to be called?
Adult Swim.
Adult Swim, yeah, and that always used to be on. Dude, that would give me nightmares. Like still to this day, I don't even want to watch that. That shit.
He
creeps me out.
records it.
I know.
understand.
Yeah, he records it.
Dude,
He records it and
Dad's
watches
got
it
a
every
weird
night.
side.
Every night he watches it. I don't know. He watches so much weird shit. I'll just come in the room like, what do old men do?
Right.
Like, what are you watching right now, man?
Dude, old men literally practice being old men.
Oh, 100%. I'm already doing right now with this quarantine, definitely doing it.
Yeah, 100%, man.
I'm already
Ever
fussing at the
since
kids I don't
memes
have.
Came out and like stuff like that. I'll look at a meme and then the next day I'll apply it to my dad and watch him do it, and it is crazy accurate, dude. It's insanely accurate.
100%.
Like
saw
the
the-
memes in the posts.
I saw the like dads in quarantine
Ugh.
post where the girl was like, my dad invited all the neighborhood dads
Yeah.
here, and they're all like 6 feet apart from each other. Out on
That's
the
awesome.
beach.
I
What you guys need to watch on Netflix is I Think You Should Leave. That's what you guys got to watch on Netflix. It's 6 episodes, and they're about like 16 minutes long, and it's a bunch of short skits with like around the kind of the same actors, and it's just the most random stuff. It's hilarious.
I'm in.
Good.
I think you
guys
should
watch The
leave.
Circle?
No.
No, I haven't.
Social media thing? That's pretty interesting. I watched like a couple of episodes at night, and I was like, what the heck? I would never survive on this show.
I'll tell you what I did start watching. Love is Blind.
Oh my gosh! Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Oh, jeez. This is why you wanted to have Marie on. This is why you agreed to have Marie on, so you guys could talk about this.
No,
So
no,
you can
no.
mention Love is Blind and then me absolutely freak out.
No, no, no.
We
I
slowly disconnect from Skype.
we just hear doot doot doot, motherfucker. No, dude, you gotta watch Love Is Blind. It's probably some of the best shit in the world. If it gives you hope that you will find the love of your life just because of how fucking stupid these people are. I mean, I think I touched on it. Maria, what did you think? How far are you into it?
Oh, I finished.
That's what I
it,
thought.
dude.
So my personal favorite was the episode 2 where Amber and Barrett or Bennett, whatever his name is,
Barnett.
she revealed that she had an abortion on date 9.
Oh, I forgot about that. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
who could forget? I mean, I said to my wife, we don't mention her name on the show. I said to my wife, I was like, don't you think since you only have 10 days together, that may come up sooner than later?
Mm-hmm.
I was just, it's amazing. Like, I'm thinking on episode 4, and they finally got the couples all together on the Cancun resort, and they're like talking and mingling and shit. I'm like, oh, this is a terrible idea. I smelled
Well,
the
Well, didn't the that couple that you said had the girl had the abortion? Didn't the dude say that like a couple dates in that he used to date dudes?
No, that was Carlton.
Carlton. That's not Barnett.
Okay.
I love Carlton. He's such an asshole. Oh my god.
Oh.
Like-
I was like, okay, you're bi, but like you gotta like let her talk. Like
Yeah, it's like she's like, well, it's a lot to take in. So what a fucking lot to take in? Fuck. Like, what do you want? A ring don't mean nothing. And then just throws the ring. Oh my god, what a dick. I was like, dude, she's trying to feel out the situation that you wanted her to feel out, and you get mad at her when she asks you questions.
Yeah, it was not good. Oh my god.
I wanted to punch him in the face.
How do you feel about Lauren and Cameron?
Lauren and Cameron.
The white and black girl.
Oh, Lauren and Cameron.
Whoa. There's lesbians on this show?
She said guy.
It's a guy and a girl.
It's a black woman and a white guy. I love her, not a fan of him. I think he's awkward.
Whoa. Oh my gosh, he actually reminds us of one of our friends.
Oh, can I guess who?
Yes, you can guess who. He's been on the show.
Paul.
Not
Paul.
No!
What's his name?
Jack.
No, he reminds me of Aaron.
Oh.
Entirely.
Oh no, Aaron's not that awkward. Cameron's.
Not that he is awkward, but everything he does is just like, oh wow.
Hoff, you gotta watch this show. It is tremendous. It's just.
I'm gonna say no right now, but a week into this quarantine or whatever lockdown you call it, I'll probably do it.
It's a train wreck. Okay, so me and my boyfriend watched it on Valentine's Day, and we were like, this is gonna be so funny. And then we watched one episode, and we're like, we really want to know what's next. Like, we couldn't stop.
Well, just because Cameron and Lauren get like engaged in episode 1.
No.
It's like 3 days into the experiment. They're like, I think I love you. I love you too. And then he starts crying, and then she starts crying, and then it's like, will you marry me? And it's like, whoa, shit, I took 2 years to ask that question. Fuck.
Not 3 days.
Yeah, not 3 days of not seeing the person. Damn.
Yeah. No,
It's extreme, man. I'm not that far along, so I can't wait. Like I said, they all just got together. I'm rooting for Mark and Jessica hardcore. The 10-year difference.
I hate Jessica.
I hate her too because her interview voice is so much faker than her like talking to Mark voice.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, she sounds like, oh my gosh, I just can't like understand why these guys are doing this. And then it's like, oh, I sound completely normal in this interview.
Yeah.
Who are
Oh,
you?
it's so cute, Mark. Look at this thing. And then she's in an interview. Yeah, so, like, you know, it just sounds so different. And she pisses me off.
How many couples are there?
5.
Well, yeah, it follows 5, but it starts off with, like, 10 and 10, right? There's, like, 10 dudes, 10 chicks. And it's really funny because, like, they keep you up to date with, like, immediately when you start watching it, you know who's going to get in a relationship. They don't waste time with the other people at all.
Yeah.
And, like, there's just, like, a couple ugly chicks that just don't peter
their
out.
experiment was so good that there was actually 7 couples who got engaged. But they were like, we didn't actually think this was going to work, so we only had time for 5 couples.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And how many weeks is this show based on?
You get 10 days to date.
10 days to date, and then it's like a month after that you get married.
Holy shit, wow.
Yeah, so you go from like 10 days of isolation dating. You don't have your phones. You can't have contact with anyone else. You walk into these rooms that are just, it's a couch and a wall and like a soundproof room and then a wall that's really thin that you can talk to the other person through. And then you have like a little journal that you keep notes down in. And then you go back, you sleep, and then you wake up the next day and you go on a date with the same person. How does that work, Maria? Do you think they put the girls in the same room?
I actually know how it works. So the first day they have 30-minute dates with everybody, and then the producers go, okay, so who do you think you connected with the most? And they give you like 5 options, and you're like, okay, I really connected with Barnett. I really connected with Cameron, so that your dates get longer and longer with them.
Oh, but how do they know that?
Spending like 90 minutes with somebody just talking about stuff.
So, but like, how do they go? Okay, Lauren's in room 2.
I mean, I guess I think it might switch between like guys pick and then the girls pick. Mm-hmm. I think it switches.
Because, like, what I was thinking is, like, how do you know you're going to get Lauren when you walk into a room? Because, like, I would assume the girls go into the same room every time and then the guys go in to just random ones because they're horn dogs and doesn't matter.
No, because they like put it into, like, a pyramid of, like, okay, you like this guy, so they're going to be in this, and this room.
Got it.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
It's fascinating, Hoff. You got to take a gander.
No, I'm just thinking, like, out of all these, you said there was 10 guys and 10 girls?
Yeah.
Did any one of them seemed like any of those girls could have been like any of your friends, Maria, or like Dom, any of those guys you could actually like see yourself being friends with? Did they seem like actual like normal humans, or was there something wrong with them?
Yeah,
No, I would say
they were
so.
pretty good.
They seem pretty down to earth, or just, I mean, like, there's your typical weirdos, but they seemed, like, generally interested in the,
How about the racist, Maria? How about that guy?
The what?
The racist, the old guy that looked like a racist? Not looked like the old-looking guy who was a racist?
The guy who was a virgin?
Racist.
Racist?
A racist virgin? How does somebody look like a racist? They're wearing clothes that literally say, "I don't like the other skin color."
I don't know who you're talking about.
So,
the guy who was on the date with Laura.
Yes!
Like, I can hear that you sound like an African American woman, and she's like, "You're not supposed to know."
No, Maria. You wish he said you sound like you're African American. He said you sound black. And then she goes, what? And he goes, how do you get to that? And he's like, just based on your voice, I think you're black. And then she goes, no, I'm not, I'm actually white. And then he leans forward in his chair and goes, oh, really? And I'm like, you're a racist. I was like, cool, but you're racist.
Yeah.
It was tremendous. I was like, oh, buddy.
I really liked this show a lot better than The Bachelor this season.
Oh my God, so much.
I did watch The Bachelor in Paradise. I think one season I did.
With your mom?
I also did watch this one show. I think it only went for 1 or 2 seasons. I don't know what channel it was on, but it was called Dating Naked.
Oh my gosh, what?
Yeah, straight up. It was obviously, everything was blurred out. But, like, literally, they're on this, like, same thing as Bachelor in Paradise. They're on this island or whatever. And literally, they just go on dates. Same setup as Bachelor in Paradise. They're just naked the whole time, though.
You would find that show.
Bro, it was crazy, dude. Oh, my gosh, it was so funny.
So vulnerable. That's so
yeah. But, dude, it was so funny. Every dude there, sorry, Maria, about this, but every dude there just started off the date just rock hard. Just straight up, like, I don't know, sorry, I'm excited. Like, that's how every date started.
Oh my God. I actually used to watch shows that were like dating and like naked dating or whatever. But they'd have them do the stupidest things where they're like on ATVs and they're on like and they're like horseback riding. You just see the guy's face just like ow, ow, ow. This is so great. Oh my God. So great.
You know what? I think I'll stay with my 90 Day Fiance and love at first sight.
Just check it out. Just check it out. That's all I'm saying.
What's that one
Brings
dancing
a new
show?
Experience.
What's that one dancing show where they find love?
Dancing show? Oh, that's like a UK based show. I only saw
Dancing with the Stars?
No, sir. I forget what it's called, but they teach 2 people a dance, and then they meet and then they do the dance together, and that's the first time they meet is when they do the dance.
Yo, hold up. Dancing with the Stars isn't a dating show?
No. How the fuck?
A lot of people end up dating on that show, but it's not a dating show.
Yeah, no, it's not a dating show. Flirty dancing.
That makes 0 sense.
Flirty dancing.
Flirty dancing. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's
kind of a cool concept.
No, I saw like a video of it, and like what these 2 guys were doing were beautiful. I was like, wow.
These 2 guys are doing beautiful. Here, Maria, read the synopsis.
On Flirty Dancing, couples get their groove on before they get it on. The American version of the UK series pairs up singles, not through a game show or through a challenge, but by having them dance. The catch, they don't speak. They must decide if they want to continue seeing a prospective partner based solely on the vibes they feel while channeling their inner Patrick Swayze. What the heck?
There's oh. I just tell you what, right now, Huff, there's no way in hell I could have read that better. Oh my God, they have the...
Patrick Swayze.
Oh man, that's beautiful.
I need to get on one of these shows. I honestly think I'd do pretty good.
Here's
That's
the...
the video I saw.
Here,
of,
let's
like,
just watch
two
this
men
together.
where they had, like, a glass,
We'll watch this together.
like, window between them. It was beautiful.
We'll watch this
Wasn't
together.
it hot? Oh, it's so sweet.
Are these dudes like they're trying to get it on?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's interesting.
See, this is the whole show, is them just dancing.
Oh man.
Very Sound of Music.
Oh,
The
boy,
nod. I
this
love
is-
the nod. Oh.
All right.
John's had enough.
I've had 20 more seconds of this than I needed to already.
Hold on. There's 2 minutes of it, bro.
This is so great, and he's wearing a motorcycle T-shirt. It's fantastic.
I love the contrast. Like, he's a little bit rock and roll. He's a little high fashion. I mean, he's got Gucci loafers on, and he's got Nike sneaks. Like, that's beautiful. Aww.
Wow.
But yet he's the non-clean shaven one, and the other one is.
I don't think I've ever touched a man's face before.
Nope. I have.
Come on.
Not sexually, though.
You can't have a best friend without touching another man's face.
It's true.
No, yeah, you can.
Yeah,
No,
you can.
You can 100%.
Huff, I won't touch yours, I promise.
Please
is-
don't touch my face.
This is beautiful, right down to the tile. This is beautiful.
But I'm just saying though, like me and a bro could totally pull this dance off though. Like no homo, like me and a bro, dude. Like Damo, we could for sure pull this off, dude.
Oh, 100%. There's no question in my mind.
Like we'd have to put on shirts saying no homo, dude, but we'd get it down, dude. Maybe not like the eye contact, probably not that part, but like we'd be pretty good at it.
Yeah, that was a
Can they
kind of
kiss?
longing
Can they
game
kiss?
that
Can they
just
kiss?
happened there. Do you think
Yeah,
you could
that
do
was. Yeah, they're straight up like
Wow.
one. Oh boy.
And he just
Jeez.
walked away. He just walked away.
Is there a way that you can put this on your podcast so that people
Oh,
know?
100%.
No, yeah, no, we don't really want to do that. So
Oh, yes, we do.
I want to be on that show. I'm in a loving, committed relationship, but I want to be on that show.
Oh, boy.
are you retweeting this?
Yes.
Oh boy.
This is the best day of my life.
Just for Hoff. Will.
Guys, I only have 3 views of my TikTok. That needs to change.
Don't try and use our podcast as a platform to.
Maria_Court.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I'm trying to get TikTok famous throughout this quarantine, okay?
Yep. That's how that works, I guess. Oh, man. I am telling you right now, that is some good, clean comedy right there.
What? My TikTok?
No, these lovers. I am a fan. Flirty dancing. Go check it out, everybody. That's just fucking beautiful.
Might have to look it up later on so I can watch an episode.
So how long do these people practice for before they even do the actual dance?
I don't know. I've only saw clips of the final dance.
Oh, dude. Trump lies. Trump lies. People die. Go fuck yourself, media. You guys are a bunch of bullshit motherfuckers. I'm done with them, man. Let me tell you.
You guys don't follow Charlie Kirk? He's amazing.
Oh, we don't. Not yet. We do now.
Dude.
We do now.
I follow him on my personal account, and then sometimes I forget who I don't. So, well, Huff, I think we're gonna cut this one short. We're just gonna do little mini episodes for these CoranaCasts. But we'll come back at you while we're in the midst of lockdown, everybody. So.
I'm gonna try and get some of my random friends on, since obviously nobody has anything to do nowadays.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try and bang out an episode, a decent amount here.
Well, that's the problem. Nobody has anything to talk about because we're all sitting at homes looking at a wall.
That's why it's called the CoranaCast.
Yeah, it's called the
Got it.
CoranaCast.
So
Part
don't
2, part
care if
3.
I'm looking at a wall the entire time.
It's fine.
Okay.
Like, I've been staring at this this dumb screen, and I've been watching the audio thing push this little line up and back. Yep, up and back. And I've noticed it, and I've counted that the line will stay there for half a second and then come back.
God, we need to be able to go out soon.
You know what? You know what? I've been doing the same thing, Chris, so don't worry.
It's kind of
You're not
fun.
doing- I know. It's an interesting game. You're like, how long is it going to be this?
The heart grows fonder with space. Look at it. And it goes faster. The farther away it's apart, the faster it goes to it.
All right, that's enough of the children speaking. All right, guys, we will see you in the next one. Thank you to Maria for being on Isolation Day 2. We'll be back soon. I promise you that. Bye.
Maria, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Welcome. Thanks for having me.
Bye.
All right, done.
Okay.